What do you know about Africa? What do you know about Africa?
What do you know about
What do you know about
Africa?
Africa? What do you know about
What do you
Africa?
know
about Africa?
What do you know about Africa?
Hi, this is Layla with What Do You Know About Africa? I'm standing in a barbershop across the street from the Howard University campus on Connecticut Avenue in VSL Hair Design, and we're going to see what these folks know about Africa. Come on. Hi, this is Layla, and I'm standing in the back of VSL Hair Design with Donnell. We're going to see what he knows about Africa. First question, is Africa a country or a continent?
A continent.
Continent.
It's a continent.
It's a continent.
It's a continent.
Oh, I know that. A continent.
Africa is a continent.
Okay, and do you know how many countries there are in Africa?
No.
No, I don't know the quantity. I don't know how many.
Could you guess?
I guess probably around 12 to 15.
Can I guess?
Yes.
Is it in the hundreds?
Is that what you think?
No.
No. Well, what do you think?
I don't know.
No.
Could you guess for us?
About 60.
Tough question.
Tough question. It's a lot of small countries, so
would
it
say
is a
22.
tough question.
Okay, could you name a couple?
Morocco, Kenya, Somalia, Congo. Let me see.
South Africa, Kenya, Ethiopia, the Congo.
Is Zion one? Like Bamali, Zion?
Well, I know of Cameroon,
Okay.
Kenya, Tunisia,
Okay.
and that's it.
Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya. That's more than a couple.
Absolutely. Morocco, South Africa, Somalia, Libya, Egypt. Say more?
And do you know what the population is of Africa?
No, not offhand.
Could you guess as to that?
I know it's much larger. The population is much larger than North America.
There had to be less because the United States is big, you know.
How much larger do you think?
Probably about 30 to 40% larger.
Africa. Okay, so if China's...
Sure it's up. I mean, how many? Is it a billion? Oh, yeah. No.
China's a billion.
No.
What would you think?
7 million.
Do you have any idea as to how many languages they speak in Africa?
No, it has to be more than hundreds. There's so many dialects down there.
How many? Oh, I would. No, I don't know who would know that, but
You guys are the smartest. They speak a million languages. I know that. Like a gazillion. A gazillion languages. A gazillion.
About 100.
Couple hundred, I'd imagine.
We're talking at least 1,000. I don't know. Probably.
And could you name a couple of those for me?
No.
You can't name one?
Kiswahili.
Swahili.
English.
They definitely speak English.
no.
Could you name one?
No.
Arabic, French, English, and I'm sure lots of lesser-known languages.
And do you know, are there cities in Africa?
Yes.
Yeah, there's cities in every country.
There are a lot of cities.
Cities, nations, absolutely.
I would say more rural area, preservation for animals. A lot of big cities, of course, too.
They should.
A lot?
Yeah.
Could you name a couple of those for me?
No.
No.
Johannesburg.
Johannesburg,
No. Susa?
Cape Town. I see Cape Town.
Cape Town.
What's the level of education in Africa?
That I don't know.
I would think average is grade school level. So 3rd grade, 5th grade.
No.
What would you guess?
Average.
Most of the country in Africa are not really rich countries, so education is pretty poor. But it doesn't make them. I mean, they're smart too. It's just a street smart.
I guess it depends on where you are. Specifically, there are a lot of industrializing cities, and of course, early civilizations and places of learning.
About how much of the continent do you believe is, literate?
What percentage of the continent is literate? 30%.
The percentage of literacy, I can't be certain, but I imagine it varies from place to place. But I imagine it's comparable to, in some places, it's comparable to not quite the U.S., but it's pretty high. I would say it's pretty high.
40%.
40. And do you know? Do they have zoos in Africa?
Yeah, and they have I would think they have zoos.
Zoos, I wouldn't necessarily think there'd be zoos unless there's zoos with maybe life that doesn't actually exist in Africa.
A zoo?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. They have a.
Should. Yeah.
There are?
They got all the animals. They should have zoos.
It is a zoo. The whole place is a zoo. It's beautiful. It's tons of animals, and it's really beautiful. I mean, it's a zoo within. It is a zoo. The whole place is a zoo. Tons of animals. Yeah. That's what I know. Lions, tigers,
but
no bears.
No bears.
That's all I know. There's no bears in Africa.
One last question. Do you know if Egypt is in Africa or the Middle East?
It's in Africa.
Middle East.
Well, it's actually in Africa.
Okay.
Although people like to say it's in the Middle East, but it's in Africa, actually. Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. This is Layla with What Do You Know About Africa?